Greetings and welcome to your Mindfulness Mastery podcast. I am your host and trusted guide, Tawnya Love. I am an intuitive, shamanic, angelic wayshower, healer, light worker, and author. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share this podcast. To schedule any one-on-one sessions or group healing events, you can visit and book your sessions on my divinely inspired website at mindfulnessmastery888.com. Thank you so much for your presence and for your support. Now sit back, relax, and open yourself to receive. All right, so my soul sister Cindy and I are here. This is Tawnya Love and Cindy Campbell. You want to introduce yourself, Cindy,
yes,
or
Cindy.
say hi?
Hi.
So we are just feeling inspired today to share a little kind of off the cuff conversation, heartfelt conversation in regards to soul work and shadow work and what that entails and how god awful uncomfortable it might be at times. So that kind of inspired this. And the way we're going to do it is we're recording it live and we might stop and then kind of seal it up for today and then have another episode. So this conversation might go on longer. We don't know because that's the way it works. It just comes through and we will know when it's done.
Yes.
So anything you want to start off with, Cindy, of just kind of like what you're learning about with shadow work?
Sure. So just a little bit. I have done a little bit of shadow work in the past, but not as much as I needed to be doing or and so a lot of stuff has come up in the past week and a half, I'll say week and a half, of things that I need to, not that I need to, but that I really want to work on and release, and parts of myself that I want to love and integrate, which I have found to be difficult, mostly due to a lot of perfectionism. And
where would you have learned that?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, no one in the world teaches us to do that.
No. Might have a little something to do with stuff that's gone on in childhood, with a strict father, and so fear around that. And my mom has a bit of perfectionism as well.
Yeah.
But a lot in, turning things that they said about like maybe my grades, like, oh, you got a B, you could have gotten an A.
Yeah.
And turning that into the story in myself, which was, oh, you have to be perfect in order to be loved
for
or to
them
receive,
to appreciate you.
Yes, appreciate me or receive attention or receive good attention. So, yeah.
And so how has that felt ever since you took in that concept and created that for yourself of like, I have to be perfect to be blank? Like, how has that affected you and how has that affected your relationships?
Yeah.
Your life behavior?
Oh God. A lot. I am recognizing and still recognizing that, it has impacted all of my relationships, because not only did I feel like I had to be perfect, I was also secretly putting that on other people, that they had to be perfect. And so that I always felt disappointed by people because they couldn't be perfect enough and neither could I.
And can you see that that is you literally carrying the baggage of your ancestors?
Yes.
Like that's not even your shit.
Yeah.
But when we don't understand that we picked up some shit and we've been carrying it, then we want to project that shit on others, not consciously.
Right.
But then you're continuing carrying the baton of, I am disappointed in you and your lack of perfection.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. And very good. have been very good at projection.
Yeah. You're like, God damn it, I am a master of that. But you know what? The good thing is that we can laugh about it. I think having comedy and a sense of humor is so vital to healing, honestly.
Yes.
I mean, Cindy and I have been partnered up for many years, as she's one of my clients and we've done a lot of soul work together.
Yes.
And I feel like, would you agree that spirit has quite a sense of humor?
Absolutely.
And that is so helpful.
Very
right?
helpful.
So that we're
Yes.
like, Jesus, why are we being so goddamn serious? Because our team is not. Like, they are laughing most of the time and just like, come on, guys. Like,
Yes.
let's put this in a perspective that you can understand.
Yes.
In fact, I want to share one that came up today. So Cindy and I were working through some stuff in the kitchen, which we have to come up with a name of it. And we should just have our microphones down in the kitchen
yes.
because for some reason we plug in and Source just downloads these soulful healing conversations in the kitchen often.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so Cindy was kind of sharing some of the stuff she was struggling with, and I was holding space just listening to that and like, understanding what I'm picking up on energetically and what she feels being in my home and in my energy field of knowing I'm a soul that's incredibly empathic and psychic and like, goddamn, she probably knows everything and feels it all, which I do, but without judgment, just I can feel it. And so we're kind of, Spirit was bringing in a lot of understanding for Cindy. And what came through me was, what I'm trying to like, how do I pull this in? So like, we can have a habit sometimes of feeling like something's wrong with us, that perfectionist thing where it's looking for like, what's wrong with me? What do I need to fix? I need to heal something. There's something wrong with me. Right?
Yes.
And so we're looking through the lens and the consciousness of what's wrong with me. And so what Spirit brought through for me to explain to her where her path to freedom lies is if you can see like two big sandboxes, and in one sandbox is just a bunch of cat shit. Like if you dig, you'll find lots of little nuggets of cat shit. It's like full of it. But if you look over in this box, it's got like $100 bill. Maybe it's got keys to a new car. It's got amazing intimate connections, fun, fantastic friendships. Like there's like magic in this box. But when we're trained, and this, comes back to like Esther Hicks' teachings where she was channeling Abram on laws of attraction. And when we're looking out through the eyes of, disappointment, or we're looking through the eyes of gratitude and appreciation, like we really are powerful creators from the choice of what we're looking out at. And so I feel Cindy has had a habit of looking through the eyes of like, what's wrong with me? Where's my shit? I need to find more shit. And so Spirit brought that metaphor through, and I thought it was so funny. And I'd never had that exact one come through because, I've coached a lot of people and different things come through. But we were both cracking up in the kitchen of like, you can keep digging for shit as long as you like, and you'll find it. But you could also go over to this box and start digging for treasure and like beautiful things. Did that make sense to you? Like, how do you feel about that with what you've been going through?
Yes. Definitely having a lot of moments of digging through the shit. Looking for shit in the shit box.
Yeah. Yes.
Especially in the past 10 days, a lot. Yeah. And like to be like fully transparent, like throughout times in my life. And
like when you struggle, you realize I am making the struggle happen.
Yes.
No one else is kicking my ass.
Yes.
I am
kicking my own ass. Yes.
Yes. What I think is so beautiful about understanding that, and why I even feel Spirit's guiding me to have podcasts and like share the wisdom out loud and have these conversations, is because I feel so many people, it's like they're doing the best they know how, but they're kind of on their own, kicking their own ass, and they're creating a habit of ass kicking, wondering why it's not fun and why it's not becoming more magical. And that path will never be magical. And it's okay. You can do it as long as you want. But self-awareness is key to liberation. Like for us to actually understand how to get free, we have to understand where we're trapped. Like that we're creating that. Yes. We're creating that suffering. We're creating the shit box, and what I was saying to Cindy is like when something is organically coming up for us, that is shit, that is like with you realizing, okay, I had this stuff that I learned in childhood. I had this program and training that, maybe I'm not good enough and if I'm not perfect. And so I started to feel inadequate and I carried that forward. But that was just like a concept we carried. And the moment we want to become self-aware that that is something that's causing us suffering and we don't like that feeling, we can start choosing to look for something better than that and recognize. So in an organic way, that's coming up because it's time to release it. That's dad's stuff, or that's society's stuff. That group of friends we hung out with that made us feel inadequate. That's their shit. We just carried it for a long time. Does that make sense?
Yes.
To where we can be like, okay, this is coming up organically, so I'm going to unpack this and release it and love myself as I do. That can be really gentle and natural, but the difference is that gentle, natural approach to, I have almost an addiction to looking for shit and what's wrong with me, because goddamn, there must be something wrong with me.
Yes.
And we kick our own ass and we suffer.
Yeah.
And that is not the only path. It's one of them. It's a really shitty one, but it is one. It's available. And many humans choose that path.
Yes.
So I feel that's some of the beauty of sharing these conversations out loud, is helping people realize you're not alone. And the only way you're going to find freedom is to be self-aware. And that's shadow work in its essence.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Anything you want to say about that?
I was going to ask if you could maybe speak a little bit to, I think one of the things I've been struggling with while doing deep shadow work the past 10 days is like ruminating on something, and like the loop starts in my head and then it goes and goes and goes and goes and goes, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. And maybe how to like get out of that a little faster.
Out of the loop.
Yeah.
What did you sense helped you today? Compared to days where you let it loop for maybe days.
For days.
Yes.
Or weeks. Or
because Spirit's wanting me to help you answer this. I can answer it.
Okay.
But what I'm getting is that they want you to process what you understood today, that you had courage to move in a new direction.
That to ask for help and to speak up about it and speak my needs, but really to like speak up was a big thing.
Yes.
And to
like communicate.
Yeah.
Let people know what you're going through.
Yeah.
And even like a soul like mine that's very intuitive and empathic. Do I feel things in people? Yes. 100%.
Yes.
But also there's a part of me that there's times like even right now when you asked, and what Spirit's saying is let her answer, because she does know this. She just experienced and she needs to process it out loud.
Okay.
So energetically, even me understanding something, there's times where my wisdom says pull back and just let them have their space, because they're processing something they need to get so that they can actually come forward and connect. If they don't, I'll give you a cue when you need to speak. So it's like my higher self lets me know, like, if I need to come in. And so this will be a very moment by moment in the now experience with every human. But does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Like a huge part of that was for you to listen to your higher self and your higher guidance on, I need to actually express my needs. I need to express myself. I need to be vulnerable and transparent with Tawnya, because that's going to actually bring us closer.
Yes.
Because deep inside, my inner child is like really craving closeness and connection. But there's a program in me that's pushing that away at the same time.
Yes.
So when we talk about wounded ego, the wounded ego is that part that's like, man, I had friends in the past and they hurt me. They let me down. They disappointed me. They betrayed me. You know, all these things.
Yes.
And so if we haven't unpacked it and released that, that's the shit that can be there, that then comes in and kind of gets in the way and sabotages this new connection, whatever that is. Like it could be you with a new lover or you with a new friend.
Yep.
You're at a new job. And this is one of the things I've said to many people, like wherever you go, there you are. So you could be in a relationship or in a job or with a friendship, and there's just drama and suffering. And then you, fuck this, I'm running away. And you go to a new city or a new job or a new relationship, and you're still there with your shit. And this is why humans have to become self-aware of their shit and not judge themselves either, even by saying shit. It's only because we have a theme of shit right now in this podcast. But I think a lot of people will understand that. But it's like having that pattern of thinking that's what I am and I'm running from it. And ultimately, people need to stop running from themselves. That shadow work is go sit in the mirror, sit in the cocoon in your room with self, sit in the funky shit, the feelings. Oh, what is this? And it doesn't feel comfortable, but it's like facing it so that you can realize that's not who I am. Like, I'm not this shit. I'm not these terrible, dark thoughts or feelings. This is old energy that's coming up to be purified. Yeah. It's coming up to be purged. It's like you want to put fresh koi in your pond and you have to get all the funky shit out of your pond. So you're like purging it out. That's what shadow work is. It's like you want a healthy pond. Yes. Right? Yes. And in order to do that, we have to look at the pond and face it. Like, man, this pond is fucked. Like, it is in neglect. It has been totally left to ruin and I need to clean it. Right? Yes. So it's kind of like understanding that and not judging yourself any more than you would if your pond was dirty. Like, would we kick? And some people would, right? If we're perfectionists, we'd be like, God damn, you suck at even making a pond look good. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, we could even find a way to punish ourselves with that. But if we're looking at it and we're being mindful, we can be like, oh, my pond is needing some attention. Or, you know, like in a physical pond, if it's us and the metaphor of us, if it's, oh, my body is needing some exercise, or my body is needing stillness. My mind, my soul needs to be in the forest and go hiking and just be in solitude. Yeah. Like, there's times we know what we need. And then there might be times where, like today, you were feeling, I really am needing connection and I'm needing to be vulnerable and to cry and to release some built up pressure that I'm putting on myself. Yeah. And the fear is that egoic, wounded self part of you. And what I really want to be clear on ego, because we have a sense of ego, like our title and our role is a healthy part of ego. But when a lot of healers talk about ego, some aren't really clear on it. But wounded ego is the woundedness we've experienced. And there's a part of our cellular memory and our mind that remembers that shit. And it's like, okay, I'm going to keep you safe. And it's like my dog Honey Girl barking at every fucking person as they walk past our house, causing everyone to be stressed because she wants to make sure everyone knows that they shouldn't come too close to our house because somebody did her wrong. That's how it looks. But deep down, Honey craves connection. Would you agree? Yes. Because Cindy knows my dog. Yes. This dog wants you to connect with her and play with her and see her. But at the same time, she has that woundedness that we have worked together, her and I, and she's got to release some of that. But there's a part that's been wounded by a human. And so everything's a potential threat. And that's how humans can become. We can be like, someone hurt us, a friend disappointed me, they betrayed me. And now I so crave that connection, right? If we want to date someone, we want that connection. But are we open to actually being vulnerable and transparent? And that's what you were beautifully guided to do today. And you chose that. Yes. That's why your guides wanted you to see that. Yeah. Because you pulled yourself out of the cave of your bedroom in solitude and suffering. And you came down and said, can we talk? Yeah. It was that simple. Yeah. So what do you want to say about that?
First of all, thank you for the talk today. And
you're welcome.
You know, I think the bigger thing was also that I had noticed a pattern of this.
Yes.
Throughout friendships. And you are correct. I didn't want this to bleed into a potential future like friendship or serious relationship.
Yes.
And like, I knew it was coming up for healing.
Yes.
And it was time.
Yes. Yeah. And that's freedom for you. And that means, and I think here's one of the things I'm sensing, like with Cindy's experience, like where we can judge ourselves and be like, God damn it. Because if you've got perfectionism going on, then it's like, oh, I suck at this. I'm doing this terribly. And oh, I'm going to ruin everything. And oh, Tanya's not going to take this shit. And we get afraid because we're having that high pressure on ourselves.
Yeah.
Instead of if we just relax and even just like what you did today, hey, could we talk? Like, I'm kind of struggling and this is what's going on. And then you could watch, like, actually, when I did that, you're getting new content in your mind. So your cellular structure is like, wait a minute, I was loved through that. It was safe.
Yes.
I was like met with graciousness and kindness. Now, that isn't always going to be everyone.
Right.
I don't want to set you up. I do feel it's the destiny of humanity, though. I feel like that's what I'm here to be a leader and way shower of.
Yeah.
Is we're not here to hate on each other. So we're gonna actually pause here because we're shooting for doing 22-minute podcasts, and we'll see if we do this successfully. And we're not perfectionists, so we're going to do our best. But I'm going to go ahead and pause here and just remind you all to come back and tune in. And if you have questions, you can reach out. We really appreciate you keeping comments and things positive and empowering and not degrading in any way, because otherwise we will delete it. And we thank you for tuning in today. And we look forward to sharing more of this on the future podcast, because this conversation will continue. Namaste. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today to our most recent podcast of Mindfulness Mastery 888, The Real, Raw, and Truthful. For those who would like to book any one-on-one sessions, you can contact me at mindfulnessmastery888.com. A gentle warning on working in higher realms of consciousness. As you are listening to our podcast, you may feel or experience tingles, dizziness, or tiredness. This is your body giving you guidance that it needs to relax. It's not a bad thing, but we do encourage you to honor your body and get yourself in a position where you can relax and receive these codes of consciousness. I thank you for taking a moment to subscribe, like, share, and follow, and come back and check out our newest content. Have a blessed and peaceful day.